times when I've been at the hub, I've recorded the people, with a phone in my pocket, because that evidence is golden, right? When they start making semi-threats or call security to throw you out, you later have it on a file. Now, this driver records a 19-minute interview, stays calm, it's very professional, but I want to show you how poor Uber support is and how they completely misunderstand or don't even know the game of rideshare and have absolutely zero clue to help you out of a situation.
Hello, hi.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Where are you based out at? New York?
Yes, hi, my name is Chana.
Chana is from New York.
Hi, my name is Akira, and
one.
if you could just give me a few minutes of your time. So,
yeah, sure.
Again, my name is Akira, and I have been driving for Uber since 2018. Really, really long time. You can tell by how many trips I have done. I even drove through the pandemic during those months, as you could probably tell if you were somehow able to go back in time, like last year. I just want to say that...
yeah, I see that. I can see that.
Yeah, and my issue is I'm a little frustrated, and it's not mad at you. It's just the fact that, again, I've driven for Uber for so long. I've never been a problem. Obviously, I would have been deactivated a long time ago. Recently, it says I was deactivated for no face mask policy.
Yes.
Now keep in mind, I have registered my dash cameras with you guys. I responded back to the messages stating that I've always worn a face mask. I have passengers in the car that were in the car stating things like, oh, well, why is the ride $17 more? Oh, why is it surging? And I say, well, you can't really take that up with me. I don't know why why it's surging or whatever. I can't fight with them, obviously. And she turns around and says, well, that's okay. I'm just going to make a report, and maybe they'll give me a discount. And then I had another passenger that would get in the car and say things like, oh, why is this ride more expensive? Oh, any other time it's $24. Oh, now this ride is costing me $70. Uber is going to be hearing from me. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? Well, I don't know. I'm going to make a false report. And I said to the lady, I said, well, why would you make a false report? Because they take that stuff seriously, and obviously passengers will report stuff. I've had many false reports before, face mask and maybe other things. But then again, I've been on a platform all this time by the rating. I even have a 4.89 rating. So, I mean, I know it doesn't really matter probably. Is there anything that you can do for me? Because we're pleading for you. I've even written some letter to corporate office. I never heard anything. I promise you, if you can see my face right now, I wore a face mask every trip. I promise you, I swear on my life, miss, that they...
I understand. I get it. Sometimes there might be false report. That does happen.
Yeah.
Give me 2 minutes. Let me take a look really quick, okay? Hold on.
Yeah, because I responded back, and when I call the 1-800 support number, they just keep reading the automated thing. I want a live person. It should be somebody, I should be able to prove myself. I even have dash cameras. I promise I'm never a problem. Look how many trips I've done. Look at my rating and things like that. And sometimes I have to cancel the ride if they're being rude. They'll get in the car and say things like, oh, so we're going to be going up the street and I'm being charged how much? $30? They do things like that. And again, I could even go out to my vehicle and show you proof, clear as day, that I have dash cameras. I even have a body camera that I even would wear right here. I even have a sign posted in the vehicle that says, dash camera recording for passenger and driver safety. Driver is also wearing a body camera. I offer people charging cables. I'm nice. I even have bottle of water. I don't cause no problems.
I know you have good rating. Like, you've been driving Uber for 5 years. You have almost 10,000 trips. I can see all of that. Let me see, okay? I know you also reached out to us, like, in May about the same issue, right?
Yes, and I just feel like nobody is helpful. I just keep getting told, oh, well, you got to contact the Uber Hub.
Mm-hmm.
Uber Hub will do something. Or this is what they do. They just say, they go back and they read the same exact email that I have. It's like, that's robo. That's not a live person. It's like somebody in Uber should be able to overturn this. And here's my last thing I'll say. I promise I won't keep you long. Again, I'm not mad with you. I just find it really frustrating that Uber needs drivers. Uber needs drivers. I hear about it in the news, but they're deactivating good people like me.
Let me check, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, someone did help you. Last time you reached out to us in May 17, I did see someone send a request to the team, telling them what you told us, you're able to upload dash cam and request to be reviewed.
Yeah, and then when I call them, they say things like, oh, well, we have no way of looking at the footage. But if you go back into the messages, I showed pictures literally right after the report with my face mask on and stuff. I sent pictures. If you can go back in there, I can even go back in the app and show that I was sending pictures responding to it. For a little fit to get deactivated over a face mask, really? I didn't get no DUI. I didn't crash my car. I didn't physically assault anybody. I didn't put a gun to nobody's head. I'm just simply a person who's been driving for 5 years, like you just said.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So what happened is you had more than 10 reports for missing face mask. That's why your account was deactivated.
Yes, and I always will.
Let me take a look into each report, okay? Hold on.
Yes, I'm promised that I've always I would not. Here's the thing. I've been making really good money with Uber. I prefer to drive for Uber more than deliveries. I would never do anything on purpose to get false reports because I know people get deactivated for small things, big things, whatever, to jeopardize my family and don't put food in my kid's mouth. I would never do something like that. I actually have two face masks. And guess what? Passengers would get in my car, and sometimes I have to cancel them. I say, well, where's your face mask? They go, oh, well, I'm vaccinated. Why does that even matter? You know, they get in the car and slam the door, and I say, well, safety protocol. They get out the car, they slam the door, they slap my glass door on the back of the car, and I say, well, I can offer you a face mask because I have extra in my car. They go, no, my last Uber driver didn't make me wear a face mask coming out of Los Angeles. This is unacceptable because it's something so small and trivial. I understand it's multiple reports, but yeah, when they're upset, when you're going through 20 plus trips a day, passengers are, they're gonna do things like that when they're mad that it's surging outside. You know how many complaints I've gotten from passengers saying, "Oh, this is unacceptable. The rates are too high. Oh, that's okay." Somebody's going to be giving me a freebie, a free ride or something because I'm not paying $40 a day to take an Uber every day when it used to cost me $10.
Okay, let me see, okay? Yeah, so what happened? So I looked for reports that was sent from rider. So all of them say that you was not. So all of them say you have mask on, but your nose and mouth was not completely covered. That's why.
When I have the mask on, it's covering my nose and mouth. I don't know where they get by that. But again, I've had people get in my car and say things like, do I have to wear the face mask? And I'm like, yes. It's, some of them I may let them slide. Some of them I have to cancel on and things like that. And then they'll say things like, oh, well, that's okay. I'll tell them that you're not wearing the face mask. They're going to, and plus it's so easy to hit the down button on that, the one that says thumbs down because I take Uber and things like that myself. It's so easy. What if some of those were a mistake? I've almost gave somebody a 3-star because I was such in a hurry, but at least I caught it and gave them a 5-star. So it's just upsetting because I've been driving for 5 years and I drove during the pandemic when the face mask, when it was even mandated back then. So what changed between now and then? All of a sudden, since the rates went up, the passengers were starting to give me face mask thing. But when the pandemic first happened and Uber's rates were still low, when they weren't high rocket, I didn't get no reports then. I just find that just suspicious. I have 2 face masks in the car, I promise you, and I even offer a face mask to them. I've been driving for 5 years. 5 years for you guys.
I understand all you're saying here. Let me see, okay?
I'm pleading with you. Could you please do something? I'm pleading.
I wish so. I'm being very honest with you. Like, whatever I can do is very limited. Like, I can only tell you what I see here, but I don't have the power to like remove, like, to reactivate your account or like. So because I don't make the decision, Uber has another team. Each team make different decision, and they have the right tools and they have the information to decide like whether if your account can be reactivated. I do see someone trying to like appeal for you. Like someone sent a request, like I mentioned before, on May 17th. Like she explained to to the other team member like what happened, but the decision they get back from the 17th. So the person replied back on May 18th. They say like you have exceeded the policy threshold of 10 county reports for missing or misuse face covering. Like once you hit 10, your account get deactivated. Like the team get back with a decision. Like unfortunately, I'm not able to to tell them what decision to make. We can only tell them like what you told us, and the decision is up to their hand. Do you understand?
Yes, but all I could say is I was wearing a face mask.
Hold on, okay? 1 moment.
Is there any way you can get in contact with them? Is there any way you could send something to them? Do something?
Yeah, so like I say,
I know you're limited.
The person who helped you last night already sent it to the team, but the team come back with the decision of like no, like they still decide to have your account remain deactivated due to the number of reports. Hold on. Six months.
And when can somebody reapply for Uber? Like once you're gone, is that like it forever or?
I don't know right now. With the current policy, the answer is no. Like I don't know when you can reapply. Only if they change the policy in the future. But I do have to tell you, like right now, the team already made a decision, and once you made a decision, like me and like people on the phone you calling with, and people from the Green Light Hub in the office, we're not able to reverse that decision. We can only tell them, like we can help you to send a request to them for a second review, but they already review it and they come back with a decision of no.
Is there any way you can just please send it to them again? Could you try reaching out to them one more time, please?
Yeah, I can do that again, but like I say, once someone sent that already, they might push back automatically saying like, hey, we already reviewed this request and like they're not gonna look into this if someone already done that before. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I can send that for you, not a problem, but like I said, most likely they will just push back and say like someone already reviewed this and the decision has been made.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I will wait. At the same time, like you should also sign up with other platform where you can continue driving and at least you still have some income, right? Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna change the mask policy with the pandemic going on. Maybe in the future.
Yeah, all I can say is I was wearing a face mask. I've been driving for 5 years. I don't understand it.
I get it, but they look at the information and the number of reports. And when the rider is reporting like false claim on driver, like multiple times, they also get deactivated or they get blocked from using Uber. Same thing on the rider side. Like right now, like they don't see any. They also look into the rider's account and to make sure the rider is not making things up. So right now, what happened? It's really hard for you to appeal this because you got like multiple report. Like it's over 10 with with a total of 13, and it's hard like, if you have multiple report within a short period of time.
Yeah, that's still. I mean, when you're doing 28 trips and you got multiple customers upset about, you know, surges and stuff, they're going to do things like that, especially over the course of time. If I've lasted this 5 years, and plus I drove through the pandemic all last year with a face mask on, it just suddenly, when the rates went up, is when the false reports begin to come in. So, all right, I won't take up too much of your time. If you can just send it to them one more time, maybe just to see. I know it's not going to probably do anything, but just to see. I tried reaching out to the corporate office. I mean, do you have I think I had the corporate office address. I sent them something.
Like, it might not help because I know you're trying to reach out to the corporate office, but like I said, Uber is another thing. Like, the corporate people, the people from the corporate office, they might not know, like, anything about this because this is not what they do. Like, they have a lot of things, like, each team focuses on, it's like, I cannot reactivate account, but there's a specific team they can reactivate it. Like, I'm not sure it's gonna help reaching out to people from the corporate office because this is not the job they do. They don't look into driver's account. They don't look into like rider's account. Like they could be from the accounting department. They have a lot of things other than focusing on driver's account. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Like this is they might not be able to help you because they don't. They might not even have access to your profile here.
That's on their company computers, idiot.
Okay.
All right.
But you feel free to do whatever you think might be helpful.
Do everything.
Okay, and I will send a request to the team and see if they can still do anything.
Yeah, are you able to write them a note or anything, or?
Someone really wrote you a note on the 17th. Someone wrote like a long note for you, like on the 17th.
What did they do about
it? She explained to the team like what happened. Like, she also said you'll be able to upload like dash cam footage if it's required, and she told them about the surge and some rider might be writing false reports. But they did look into this, so like I said, I'm not sure the procedure of how they're making the decision. But when they send a request, we do have someone review your account manually and make sure you're not wrongful, like you're not being deactivated with false reports. But all the riders who reported have like normal status, like meaning they
have priority.
So when riders submitted multiple report on rider,
they're gonna automatically think that it's true. But all I can say is I wore a face mask this entire pandemic, and I don't understand it.
Okay.
I get hit with all these reports. If anything, I've had riders come in the car not wanting to wear face masks, and I had to make them to and tell them. But all right, well,
it's frustrating.
So if this face mask policy was to change for whatever reason, is it a way to come back? Which I don't see how, though, because wouldn't they just say, well, during the pandemic, you got reports of not wearing a face mask?
Yeah, so I don't know about future at this moment, but hopefully something might change. And
I'll tell you about the future. Your company is going down.
Again, but it's hard to tell right now. Okay?
It's hard to tell.
All right. Okay. So you already sent them a request or something like that?
Yeah, I will send it right now. Okay. Hold on.
All right.
What do you do? What do you do if you're stuck in that situation where the person on the other side, it's always the same case, right? Has zero ambition to really help you, has zero clue of what's going on, discourages you from contacting the company because they don't want to tie up extra humans and extra workforce, which is going to cost them money. So, moral of the story, keep you in the hamster wheel. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. The guy made his case pretty clear. Do you think he's lying? He's not lying. You think you'd hang in there for 20 minutes trying to make his case and get it clearly across, staying calm, cool, calm, and collected? It's just disgusting, ladies and gentlemen, how they think they can operate such a support service. You need to cut your ties, stop lying. This individual is not in New York. She said she's in New York. She's not in New York, right? They need to close down their offices overseas and get some real competent people that understand, that have maybe been in the rideshare business before. These people have never, ever taken a trip, my friends. I'll guarantee you that. They've never, ever gotten behind a wheel and given a rider a trip. So they have no clue. They truly have, they pretend they know what you're talking about, but they have zero clue what you're talking about. It's frustrating. You got to turn to social media. You got to engage with legalrideshare.com/deactivation. Get the legal letters out. And if need be, you have to spend your $40 to $70 in small claims court, fight over your wrongful deactivation, get all your money back, make your case, your case, in pro per, Latin for in pro persona. You have to appear in person, make your case with your evidence, and get your damages. You have more chances that way than ever getting anything achieved with a fool like this at customer support. Have a good day.